Okay. Pardon me. Good afternoon. It's afternoon for I think most of us. So welcome to our blog posting workshop. I don't have any slides today, so because we don't really need them, we're going to be jumping right into blog posting workshop. So let's roll with this, shall we? So before I get going, we'll just give people a minute or two to jump on here, and I'll get my blog open. Who has, I know Brenda, you reached out to me and said you had a blog post ready. I think it was you anyways. Maybe it was not. Yes, I do. Okay, making sure I got the right people. And then Kathy's going to be on and going through this. So if you have a blog post ready to go, great. Pull it up on your computer. If you have a second screen, great. If you don't, that's okay. You can pull it up just behind Zoom, because I am going to give you guys about 10 minutes where you're going to go and do any edits, that type of thing, and then we'll go through posting it. And I'm just really excited to have you all here. So thank you so much for being here. Now, before we get going, I'm just going to give you a little rundown of what we're going to cover. So I want to go over, okay, so we're going to go over the posting process, promoting your blog, and then, or no, sorry, the posting process, actually getting it posted, where to find the link and everything like that, and then how you can take that link and promote it. Excellent. Love to hear it, Steve. Thanks for being here. Awesome. And Kathy's here. Okay, so let's get this rolling. Kathy, you can go ahead and unmute because you're going to be my main guinea pig today.
Okay, I'm unmuted and I just got my blog. I'm not going to say I just got it done. I had to retype it all because I learned something in the process of putting it together.
We love it. We love it when we learn. And what was the valuable lesson?
Valuable lesson is I took it from my OneNote, put it into a Word document, had my Grammarly take care of it. Then I copied it and tried pasting it back into OneNote, and then I couldn't edit it. It's like it's stuck. And I have 2 pages, about a page and a half. And when I copied and pasted it, it only pasted the first page, will not paste the second page.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
so I at least knew exactly. So what I did was I took the Word document. I knew it was correct. I printed it out and I retyped it. Because I completely deleted it off the OneNote because I didn't think it would go 2 of them together, packed on top of each other. You know, you paste it and then you take the other one off, and I said, forget it, just delete it and retype. And I do type at 60, 65 words a minute, so it didn't take too long.
Excellent. All right, so we'll do this. So Kathy, go ahead and share your screen and we're going to go through this part. So if you would like, and you want to just minimize, you can minimize Zoom and pull up your blog, and then you can still hear us.
Okay.
Then you can be typing along at the same time, and then we can go through, you know, feature images, that type of thing. And I will get, well, we're going for the 10 minutes or so where we're just going to type things out. I will get you the dimensions so that if you want to create your own in Canva, you can. But if you don't, I would just ask the VA team to do that for you because they can create one up super, super fast. All right, so here it is. So, so just like I recommended, right? Have it written up in OneNote. The nice thing about this, then everything is there. You always have these as kind of like hard copies or backup copies, because we know sometimes the internet can go haywire and things just happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so once you've got it, so go ahead and copy all that.
Okay.
And actually, if you do Control A, if you're on a PC.
Yeah, I'm on a PC.
Yeah, Control A. So you've already got part of it highlighted.
Okay.
So go ahead and go Control A.
Okay, why is it not unhighlighting?
Don't worry about unhighlighting it. Just go.
Oh, okay.
Just click
Control right there.
Yep, and then go Control A.
Control A. Okay.
And then Control A again.
And then Control A again. Oh,
there you go. and then Control C.
And then Control C.
Yeah. So for those of you on PC, Control A is basically like select all. So it'll start with the first sentence that your cursor is in, and then if you do it again, it'll select the whole text. And then you can use your Control C for copy, and there it's copied. If you're on a Mac, it would be Command A and Command C. Okay.
Okay. Now mine is still spinning around, but I do have a 6-year-old computer, so it's probably taking its time.
Probably. It's probably okay. All right. So once you've got it copied out of your OneNote or Evernote or wherever you're grabbing it from, you can go ahead and minimize this, Kathy, and then go into your blog or to your dashboard so we can get into your blog. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So to post the blog, where does this is a pop quiz. Where do we start? How do we get into the blog? What's the button we push? There's a simpler way than that one.
No. Okay, it's got to be up here then.
Very close. In the middle. Right in the middle.
Tasks?
Nope. Big
blue button. Action.
You got it.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Sorry, okay. Not familiar.
No, this is okay. This is why I want to make sure you guys go through this, so then you know it's simple to get here. Okay. And then it's under the create column, and you go to blog post, and it's going to open you up right to your blog. Might take a second or two, depending on internet speed and all that jazz. And the computer, yeah. For me, it's been internet speed lately. I don't know what's going on up here in Canada, but
no, I don't think it's just you. It's all over. I'm going to have to call Spectrum because they're giving me a hard time.
Oh,
okay.
Right. Okay. So then from here, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either just go straight to create all posts right there.
Okay.
This is the easiest way, and that's how I would do it. If you don't have the quick links, by the way, so I don't think mine does. So scroll up to the top for a second there, Kathy.
Yep.
Then you can go to the left nav bar and click on posts.
Okay.
And then you'll get a drop down. One will say new post. So either way, if you have quick links, use the quick links because we like quick links. If you don't have quick links, that's okay. It's not super slow either.
All right. So just to show everybody, I just went over the post, and that's all post, add new. So you're saying the add new would be the one.
The add new would be the one.
Okay. And I like the one right here because
I like that one too. It's my personal favorite. Excellent. All right. And this too might take just a minute or two to load. So
yeah, and I apologize to everybody for being slow.
It's all
I want
good.
a new computer. We're going to have to work on that one.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
I know I was thinking the same thing. I want to get a new laptop so that I can travel a little bit more because my little laptop is not fun. The quick links, it may or may not show up for you, Steve. Mine doesn't show up, and I haven't figured out why, and I haven't taken the time to go in and find out why. So as soon as I find out why, I will share with you how to do it. But if you do have quick links there, it's nice to use.
Okay, come on, computer.
It's working hard.
Yeah, I know. Too hard.
It's doing a great job. So just while we're waiting for that to load, just if you can in the chat, did any of you come up with a topic that you want to do based off of yesterday? Or maybe that you have in the process? And you can just put it in the chat for us. So go ahead, you can close dialogue. You're probably going to get a bunch of pop-ups that are going to say, hey, you can do this, you can do that. Okay, so with the editor, it's very, very simple. It works in what's called blocks. So you'll see here, it says type to choose a block, or you can use the little hickey-do here if you're embedding something. It doesn't really matter how you want to do it. It's going to automatically default you to a text block.
So click on it?
Yep, so go ahead and click here as if you're going to type, and then go Control V as in Victor, that is paste.
Ta-da! I like. Now see, Grammarly's showing up. See all the red?
That's excellent. Excellent. Okay, perfect.
Take it all the way up.
So now you've got it, and then add your title.
Okay, so title is, and capitalized, oh yeah, okay. Dehydration. I have to think. Dehydration.
Way to go, Debbie. Yes, repurposing content is brilliant. Anytime you can repurpose content, do it. Saves you so much time. So if you have a post that you did, say 3 or 4 years ago or longer, do a new spin on it if you like. There's
Yeah.
no harm. And Brenda did why I started taking food supplements. That's excellent. Okay, great. So for those of you, let's just take a minute. If you have your blog open and there's any edits you want to do you guys want to take 5 minutes so you can get your edits together, and then we'll go over adding feature images, that type of thing. You guys want to give that a go? Or are you feeling like we should just keep rolling?
Probably keep rolling. I am just going through my Grammarly, all the little red things. And it's telling me that it should be saying this instead of that, just so that if nobody actually has ever used this, it's great. This is putting a comma in front of the N that I forgot. I'm not the greatest on Grammarly. So it's always nice to have an app that actually will do the work for me. I just have to go through and check it all and make sure that everything's up to par. Because you talk one way, but realistically in print, it should be something else. And I always mess up on those two.
That's okay. And I will just say with Grammarly, what's beautiful about it too is it'll give you word alternatives. So like I saw in Kathy's, it had less and it suggested do fewer. And it's just kind of nice to give a different mix of words too. So you're not using the same words over and over and over again. And again, this doesn't have to be, thesis quality material.
No.
And I know Samantha said it before too, and I'll just reiterate that is if you can type or talk in a way that's about the 3rd grade level. So then it's easy to understand for people, unless there's always a caveat to everything, unless your target market is somebody who is more grammatically inclined, right? Maybe you're looking for university professors who've got their grammar down to a T and they use bigger words. Fair enough. But if your target is not them, then don't be afraid to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you're doing that, you can pay for Grammarly, and I've been thinking about it if I'm going to start blogging. You don't have to, but
Yeah.
it will actually take care of a lot of detailed things that I'm pretty sure there's other mistakes in here, but it's not.
And it'll help rephrase whole sentences and paragraphs when you get into the higher levels of it. So, but honestly, the basic or the free version is perfect. Okay, so now we've got this. This may or may not need images, so that's okay. But the one thing you definitely want to do is what's called a feature image. So down the right-hand side, you'll see there's a bunch of options, and down towards the bottom, there's this thing called feature image. So this is the image that's going to show up when you get to the home page of the blog, and each of the blogs has, a picture. That's the picture. So it's just explaining it. What I recommend is something that's very simple. It doesn't need to be a very complex image. Mine are just colored backgrounds and text. That's it. And I'm just going to run over to my Canva and I'll get you the dimensions that I use. And if you're feeling confident and you want to do that, I'm not going to go through a Canva tutorial, but if you know how to use Canva, then you can just input these and create your own. And I'll show you what mine look like.
Okay. No, I don't use Canva, but I've heard of it and thought about it.
Yeah, it's handy if you've got the patience one to learn it and you're just doing basic stuff.
Okay.
It's fantastic. However, if it's overwhelming and it feels just a little too much, again, it doesn't take the VAs very long. It won't use up a whole lot of time to get the VAs to make the same thing that I'm making, basically. All right. So I just have to remember how to get my feature image and resize. Okay, so this is in pixels, so it's px, and the width is 1024, and the height is 536. So I'll type that in there if you ever want to use it. Yes, canva.com. So width is 1024 and the height is did I say 536?
I don't remember.
I did. And that's in pixels, so px, okay? You're welcome to copy that down. And I'm just gonna steal screen share here for a second, Kathy, just so I can show.
Go ahead.
Like I said, this doesn't have to be complicated. All mine are is literally just a colored background. I did a couple layers so I could put my watermark on there. Colored background with text over top that just has the title of the blog post. That's it. Okay. So what it looks like, if I go to my hub site, I'm gonna move you guys out of the way. This is how I get to my blog because it makes it relatively simple. The dimensions, if you scroll up just a little bit, Ariel, they should be right in the chat, but I'll post them again. Here we go. Okay, so if I go to my blog, so this is what it looks like, right? It's just, that's the title of the blog post is the featured image. So it's easy for someone to see, easy for someone to read. And then you'll notice, because I do a mix of different media, so I do text, I do audio, and I do video, I have little icons in the top right-hand corner. So if it's a book, that means it's a read one. If it's the TV, then it's a YouTube video. If it's headphones, then that means it's a podcast audio. So that's just a way to make it simpler for the person coming to see it of what can they expect. Now, all of my video and audio ones, they do have text in them as well, but the bulk of the content is going to be the video or audio because I always put footnotes in. Okay. And again, that's something too that the VAs will do for you as well. So if you say, hey, can we get the little icons in the top? And to get the icons, I just searched in Elements. I even got the ones that are watermarked because the cool thing with the icons is you can't tell. And then you just download it with the watermark. You can't even tell that it has a watermark on it. Okay. So you don't have to pay for it. You can if you want to, but the only challenge is every time you use it, then you're paying for it. So well, I'll show you. So like this one here, my little headphone, you'll see that there's some little dots at the top. It's not going to let me make it any bigger. But there's these little dots here. Yeah. That's where the watermark is, but it's so hard to tell. And there is a watermark in the book one as well. And there's a watermark in the TV one, but because they're so tiny, it doesn't matter. So when I download it, so if I was going to say download this one and I go share and I want to download it, it says you can download with Canva Pro if you want to pay for it, or you can go download a free watermarked draft. That's what I do. I just download a free watermarked draft and you're good to go. And then you can just select whatever pages you want. Whoops, I know I have to select pages. I'm trying to, you're making this hard. Here we go. And then I just do select, free watermark draft. You can't even tell. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's okay. You don't have to. You can always get the free version. And it's under Elements, by the way, on the left, if you're using Canva. And I would search something like headphones. Search, and then you get all these headphone icons. Okay, and all the ones with the crowns are obviously the ones that are considered pro. You'd have to pay for them if you weren't downloading it as a watermarked draft. And they've gotten a whole lot more since I did mine, so I might even just update mine because these ones have been in the works for a while. Okay, but I'm going to leave Canva for another time. So if you're familiar with Canva, it's just a matter of tinkering around. And if you're not familiar and you don't really want to learn it, get the VAs to make you that.
Did you need to unmute me?
No, I didn't. I must have hit a button. I'm really good at hitting these buttons this week. This is awesome. All right, so go ahead, Kathy. Let's share your screen. And we'll go back in and get a featured image up. Do you have an image already, Kathy, that you wanted to put in there or no? No? Okay. So we're just gonna pick one for now and we'll edit it later. How does that sound? Okay. So go ahead and click on featured image down here at the bottom.
Okay.
And then click where it says set featured image. Whoops.
Ah, there, okay.
There you go. Okay. So then you can either upload a file or you can use one that's already uploaded.
I don't
whatever
want
you'd like.
anything here. I just was playing around before, so, and I used to work at a chemical plant, so you'll
Ah,
have to.
That's fine.
But let's upload.
I'll bet.
And do I just go to Google Images or?
Select files. This will be from your computer. So
Oh,
if you want to grab an image, then yeah, you could go to Google Images, find something to do with water. But let's just pick any picture for now, and then we'll just kick it off after.
okay. That's gonna be difficult. What about the ocean?
Yeah, that works.
Okay,
It's close.
Well,
It's water.
it's water. That's what I'm
I mean, it's
thinking.
salt water, but that's
Salt
okay.
water.
We don't want to be drinking that.
No,
It's okay.
but it'll give them.
It'll give
lot-
you an idea of what it'll look like for
Yep.
sure.
And that's because we just went to the oceans.
Oh, lovely.
We're gonna just pick. Let's see if I've got,
Oh, I like the one with the wave. Oh, that's beautiful.
you like this one with the
That,
sun?
well, I would do something that's landscape.
Uh,
It'll look a little nicer.
Like this one?
Yep, that one's great.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
click on it and then open. Oh, exceeds the maximum ups. Okay,
So that's
so
too big.
too big. So here's what I'm going to do. Give me 2 seconds here, Kathy. I'm
Okay.
going to send you something and we'll just go grab it from Facebook.
Okay.
Um,
I was gonna say, because I usually grab things from Facebook, but the only problem is I don't know what's copyright and what's not, and
Yeah.
I don't think that's, so you can't just pull anything and put on. That scares me.
no, this is going to be something that I'm going to make. It'll just take me a minute to do it.
Okay.
So let's take 5 minutes. Okay, for those of you who have a blog ready to go, if you already have it in and you just want to do some updates, get your photo, that type of thing, go grab it. I'm going to mute while I go get this for Kathy, and then, or if there's any edits you want to do. So let's take about 5 minutes where you can go and get some of those little things done, and then we'll be ready to post.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll mute so you don't have to hear me talking to myself through this.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty. I don't know if that was 5 minutes because I didn't set a timer. So if you need a couple extra minutes, just let me know. And then while we're doing that, I'm just gonna get Kathy. So you can go ahead and unmute Kathy and we'll go steal this picture that I sent. I promise
Yep.
it's a safe one.
No, that's okay. I trust you. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So this is what I do to get images is sometimes I'll just send them to whoever needs it and then we can save it to the computer. So go ahead and click on the image that I sent you.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then you're going to right click, copy, or not copy, sorry, save image as.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
And you can call it whatever you like. I usually just stick it right into my downloads.
That's what I was going to do. And I think I screwed it up, but that's okay. We'll go back and see where it's going to go.
All right. So then let's go back into your blog post.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent.
So I'll just save it there or just let it go.
It's already saved, so you're good. You can just cancel
Okay.
and then go into your blog post and then we'll go set that as a featured image.
Okay. Select files.
Yep.
Okay, go into PC. No, not that one. Okay. Into pictures. Okay. Went into my PC, but now I can't find
Okay,
it.
go back to PC for a second.
Okay.
Go to downloads.
Okay. Open.
Okay. All right. So 1 second, close this.
All right.
Go back to the Facebook, our Facebook message.
Yep. Okay.
Excellent.
And
Okay,
let me
right.
try it again.
Yeah.
Save
right,
image. I messed up. I know exactly
Okay.
what I did.
So stick it.
I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And then before I save it, I go to my PC.
Got it.
And I put into downloads. Now,
Got it.
don't get mad at me when you see my downloads.
Nope. It's honestly, downloads I think are meant to be a disaster. So don't even worry about it.
And then I'm gonna save it.
Excellent.
I knew how to do this the first time. I just
Well, now I've got you on the spot, so it's a whole different story, right?
right. Okay, so that should hopefully be done.
Yep, that'll be there, and then we can go back into your
Closed. We'll
post.
just go into this. I'll leave that alone. Okay, and we're going to select files. Now we're going to go back to the PC. Now we're going to go to the downloads. We're going to open.
And there it
And
is.
there it is.
Awesome.
So I click on it. I open it.
Excellent. And so when you are putting in an image for the feature image, it's going to automatically take the one you've downloaded and it is now set. And you'll see that you can see a preview. Okay.
Okay.
So once you're
You know
happy
what to
with
do.
it, once you're happy with it, then you click on set image or set
Okay.
feature image.
Yep. I'll do that.
Excellent. Okay. So the next piece is categories and tags. I focus on categories first. So in that same little, yep, hickey-do. And I will tell you, when you're back here and you see your feature image, it's going to look weird. I don't know why it makes it look weird here, but it does. It looks great once you see it on the page.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go ahead and select which categories you'd put that into. And I would say something like, there's actually a couple that you could stick it in. Healthy nutrition. There was another one that if you go up a little bit more, you can have it in multiple categories, which is totally fine.
Healthy
Healthy
food.
food. Yep.
Can I put it in a couple?
Yeah,
no?
absolutely. Yep.
And what else?
Let's see what else we got.
Good
Health-
information.
You know what? I would also put it in healthy beauty because we all know how important hydration
Yeah.
is for
Okay.
skincare.
Right.
And then healthy pregnancy would be another good one,
Okay.
in my
Healthy
personal.
weight.
Yep.
Healthy weight.
There's a lot of places it can go. All right, so now you've got the categories. So
Yep.
now you can go into tags.
Okay.
Okay. And then with your tags, it's think of, you could put in like the importance of hydration.
Are those the hashtag ones?
Nope. These are just the taggedy tag. Like,
Okay, because
well,
at
because
the
you have tags at the bottom, right?
yes, I do.
Okay.
I got
So
a lot.
you could, I don't know how these help in a blog post. If they do, they might, and I just might not know that.
Okay.
But you could take a few of these and just copy and paste them into your tags
Okay. So just without without the
without the hashtag.
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do dehydration.
So think of categories is like the chapter of the book
Okay.
or the chapter, and then tags are the individual pieces of that chapter, the subtopics.
Right. So it's interesting what I've done. So, oh, I even spelt one wrong.
That's okay.
No. Nope. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all these because I think it's just easier.
Mhm.
I'm going to copy it.
Now,
I-
if you're going to paste them, it's going to paste it as one big long tag.
Right. But can I edit it?
Oh, maybe
Or
it
no?
won't. Maybe it won't because you've got commas.
Will it
Go
let
back up
me?
here to post.
Yep.
Switched it to block.
Let's see down tags, add new tags. Will it let me
Let's try it. I mean, the worst that'll happen is it won't, and we just delete it and start over.
delete it? Okay. Won't let me paste it.
Okay, try Control V. Put your cursor there and go Control V. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, look
Okay.
at that. It does.
All right. So what we're gonna do is
And I don't know if you can edit them once they're in here.
that's
but
what I'm
We can
wondering.
give it a go.
Let's see.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the top if it lets me. Let's just try this for a second. Let's go here. No, it just took them off.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not gonna work.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna just go
Can you
through.
highlight all those and just backspace it?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try doing. Every time I click
Or you
on,
might just have to click all the X's.
yeah,
Okay, so there we go. We learned a lesson.
as we did earlier too.
All these lessons are coming out. This is fantastic.
Good, I'm glad. It's me.
Well, it's good because you know someone else is going to think this too. And now we know it doesn't work quite the way we wanted it to, which is
Right.
fine.
So I'll just put a couple of tags
Yeah.
in here and I'll type them in because it'll be easier than doing all this.
So
Or
what
li-
you could do, just a note, if you do want to have your tags kind of in the blog, rather than having the hashtags, just put the words with commas and then you can copy and paste those into your tagging. But you also want to be kind of like not have too many tags.
Yeah, how many? I didn't know, and I just kept going because
Yep.
all of these words are in my document.
Mhm.
And I thought, and I touched on everything. So I said, well, we'll pull people in
Yeah, for a wide variety of reasons. So what I like to go with like three to five of really good ones.
you know what, backspace.
There
Here.
we go. We found the fast way.
Trying to find the easy, just backspace. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna do dehydration, comma,
Yeah.
rehydration, comma, healthy, comma, THIRST, thirst, comma, headaches, comma.
And then do dizziness. That's a good one.
DICZINESS, yep. Fatigue, comma, and let's see, dry mouth.
And then I would leave it at that.
Yep. Okay.
And then
And-
just do a comp. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this just helps to categorize it a little bit deeper, right? It's like you take the one big topic idea and then we're going to that
Yes,
word. That
right.
word that's really hard right now.
Yes.
Granulate it down. There we go. Okay, so now you've got all the big things. The main pieces are there. If you wanted to, you could add an image in between, like in the actual body of the blog.
Okay.
And that's entirely up to you. I find with longer blogs, like if your blog's going to be really, really long, having some image to just kind of break up the media is helpful for the reader.
Okay.
Okay. So I think of it, how will this read? And I know how I read. And when everything, if I see one thing is like all these long paragraphs, I'm like, nope, my brain cannot do that right now. I need things really chunked down, which your format, Kathy, is great because you have your bullet points, right? It's a mix of bullet points. People can just come down here and be like, okay, I just want the bullet points. There's the main pieces.
Right. Along with in between up here, I
yes.
all together. And what I did was I separated, hopefully I did the right paragraphs, but I separated it all with a space between the paragraphs so that it was easier to read.
Yeah, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. So think of readability, right? How do you read blogs? What blogs do you find that you'll actually read based on format? And which ones do you look at and you're like, this might be great information, but there's no way I'm getting through this.
Along with, I highlighted, okay, the different, and I found out too that when I first did it, I did not have this title right here with the text. And then when I went to try to copy it, I thought, oh my goodness, if I didn't have it on this page that, you know, that I printed out, I wouldn't know what it was going to talk about.
Yeah.
So just in case I wanted to print it off, I made sure that it's got it right here on the top of it. So I'm kind of doubling the title, but
that's okay.
It's okay. If somebody were to call me and say, gee, I really would like that article, but I don't have a computer or my computer's broken, I can print it off and send it to them by mail. That's what I'm thinking.
Love it. Okay. So those are the basic things that you need. Okay. You can tinker around. Like what I do recommend is have a couple blog posts that just stay in drafts where you can tinker with the other tools. So go into blocks, see what other blocks you can do, whether it's embedding a video, embedding an audio, playing with images, just play around, have a, what I call a play around blog that doesn't make any sense. You have no intention of ever posting it, but it just gives you a chance to play around with the tools. And then you're good to go.
Excuse me, I would also suggest what I did, because if not, I was going to lose everything that I typed. And I really thought about this morning, and I practically lost it. If I didn't had already copied and pasted it into my Word document, I would not have this right now. So I mean, I know that OneNote is great, but I was playing around with things and it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I put it into Word, saved it, so I knew where it was. And then that way I had it. So now I could go back to OneNote. And until I really get familiar with how this all works, I know Word is going to keep it because it's on my external drive.
Yeah. It's always good if you can have it in multiple places backed up, just in case, because things happen.
Right.
Okay, so this is great.
You don't have to keep it forever, you know.
You don't. Once you've got your system down, then you can offload a couple.
Exactly.
Which is great. Okay, so once you've got that piece, then we just go up here to publish, and it's going to ask you, I think it asks you a few questions.
All right, let's see what it does.
There we go. It's just double checking. So one thing that I want you to check here is when you get to this point, it's going to ask you, what's your visibility? So make sure it's public, because there are options. If you click on that little drop down, that you can do it as a private post. You can also do a password protected post, which is really helpful if there's exclusive content you want to give to people
Okay.
that you don't want in a public forum, but you want them to get it, then you can just create a password for it. It's password protected, you're good. So that's good. So public for the most part, these
Yep.
two, it'll depend on what other things you're putting out there. And then for publishing, so go down here to the, yep, you got it. This is where you can schedule. So if you want to schedule it, then you can schedule it. If you're writing your blog post, say you do 2 a month and you've got them ready to go within a week, schedule them out, then you don't have to think about it. They're just going. Or you can just have it go immediately.
Okay.
So we'll just have yours go as immediately, and
Yep.
then we'll go ahead and click on publish again.
So just go ahead and publish it?
Yep.
So I don't have to do anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so hold your fingers crossed.
Crossing the fingers, crossing the toes.
And if it
There we go.
comes out,
So you're good. So here, this spot, this is where you're going to get your link for that blog post. Okay.
okay,
So what I like to do is once the blog post is done, let's go get it out on social right away.
okay,
Let's not think too much about it. So go ahead and click on the copy button beside the link.
yeah. Now where do I
Okay.
go?
And then go into your Facebook, and we're going to go to your business page.
Facebook. And we're gonna go to my business page. Wait, no. Let's see.
There's a
Business
couple
page
ways you
right
can do
here,
it.
right here. They keep switching this.
Oh, just wait. Most of you are gonna get a change again.
Oh,
When
great.
it all happens, when everyone starts messaging me like, Kristen, what happened with Facebook? We'll do a live video and I'll walk you
Okay.
through it.
So I've
Great.
learned that they now put it on the side instead of putting it up at a
Yeah,
dot.
it'll be all down the left.
Yep. So that's what I did. Okay, so this is my.
That's your business page.
Is it? You know, let me just
No.
go back
Oh, no,
in.
it's not.
No,
This is your
nope, nope, nope. Okay,
personal.
this is my personal. And if I go down here, Pig and Darn Venture is my business page.
Okay, excellent.
So click on that
Mhm.
there.
Beautiful.
And this is, and I gotta change this. Okay, so now I just go down and create a post.
Okay. Now here's what you can do, which I highly recommend. So if you go paste, it's going to automatically generate your cover, your image. So go ahead and paste it.
Okay, so Control V.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good.
Okay,
And it might take a second. There we go. Great. And then just before it, so up here, before that link, you can go ahead and just type a little synopsis of what can they learn.
oh, all right. You mean right here?
Or I like to do
Above
it
it?
above. I like to do it
Above it.
above the link.
Yeah.
So I
that's
put
right.
it there, and then I just down space or enter, and then up arrow. There we go.
Okay,
And so what I like to do is say, I just posted a new blog post, or my new blog post is up, and here's what I talk about.
okay. Yeah. I
Yep,
didn't even,
no worries, Debbie. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you soon.
sometimes I get. That's my new blog post. And just simple enough.
That's excellent. And then post it.
And I'm gonna just bring it down to make sure that it's there.
Mhm.
Okay, and then just post. Now I could go back into OneNote at any time, pick it up, it's there,
Mhm.
and I always will have it.
Yes. Now, the next piece, this is the next part that's really important, is making sure that you share this post over to your personal page
Okay,
to help
so,
it get more exposure. So let's walk them through the steps because I know there was a question about this
okay, so
yesterday.
let's go down to it. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is my business page.
Mhm.
So now I'm gonna go up to my picture right here.
Yep.
Take that arrow, click on it. It tells me my business and it says and that's my personal Kathy Pagandarm. Both same picture, I'll have to change that. Now I'm gonna do Kathy, so I give it a minute.
Yeah. So what she's doing is she's switching how she's interacting on the business page from interacting as her business page to interacting as Kathy Pagandarm, the profile.
So just make sure it happens. I'm gonna re-click on it again. And as you see, that check mark is now on my personal and not on my business. So I take the arrow off of that and click so that it goes away. And now I'm gonna go down to the bottom of this particular post and I'm going to first like it.
Yes, like your own stuff.
And then I'm going to share it. And I am going to share it into my feed.
So
Right.
I'll just explain these two. So sharing to public and sharing to feed are going to do the same thing, but differently. So share to feed gives you the option if you want to add your own text above that post. Sharing now public just shares it now public. You don't add any extra text.
Okay, so.
And I usually don't find it super helpful to add extra text.
Okay.
So it's
Just-
entirely up to you though.
All right, well, I already put something on it, so I'm just gonna kind of share it quickly, just to
Get it out there.
get it out there.
Excellent. So now let's go over to your profile, Kathy, just so that they can see what that looks like.
Okay, I will do this one. And this is my profile. And we're gonna go down.
And
And
we
why
may
does
have-
it not post at the top?
So hold on, go up. With
Okay.
how Facebook is now, because they're sweet like this, when you do something like that, you just have to refresh the page because even though you change pages on Facebook, it doesn't really refresh the website fully. It does a partial refresh.
Okay, so we'll refresh it.
So when you
Let's
come
see
back
there.
to your personal page, if you want to see it and you're like, where'd it go? Refresh your page and then scroll down and it'll be there.
Okay, that explains why, because I've been wondering about that. I'd have to go down 2 or 3 posts
Mhm.
before I would ever find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool.
So that's
And I
that.
have not been posting too much to my business page. I've been posting more to my personal page. So now
That's
I'm
okay.
going to start.
That's okay. And that's good. So then now, Kathy, depending on
Yeah.
how often you want to post a blog post, so for the next week,
Yeah.
or say you're doing yours twice a month. Did you say you're doing yours twice a month?
I want to try to do it twice a week because I want to bring people in.
Okay,
And-
so twice a week.
yeah.
So then for each blog post, I would have it where you share it out at least once. If
Okay.
you were to do yours, say twice a month, you were doing one every 2 weeks. For those 2 weeks, then you're doing at least 2 posts a week that you're
Okay.
sharing your blog post so that you
Okay.
get more traffic to it.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So promote the beans out of it to where there's no beans left.
Okay. Will do. And I did not put, before I posted it, just so that you know, I did not put any Shackley stuff in it.
Excellent.
I did talk about vitamin B, just a little, but generic.
Yep.
Vitamin B complex.
Mhm.
I did explain that there's 8 parts to B, which nobody really explains that.
Mhm.
And I did a couple of other things, so I'm hoping I don't get in trouble.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine. As long as the company is not mentioned, a product name is not mentioned, you're fine. You're just talking about it in a general sense. There's other B complex vitamins out there.
Okay.
So you're fine.
Okay.
In
Now,
my
one
thoughts, you're
other
fine.
thing, my bio, I'm not sure if I've got Shackley in there or not, but I'll
No,
have
but there is one thing that we do want to do
Yep.
And maybe I'll stop the recording for this part so we can call this workshop a day. And for anyone who wants to stay and see this, because it could be helpful if you don't have this done yet on your page, this is to make it easier for people to get to your business page. So if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to. For those of you in the live stream, let me just post the link here to the Zoom room so you can hop in here if you want to see this as well. I got to remember how to get to the Facebook group. Just a second. And okay, I'll post this in the comments. So join us in the Zoom room.
Aren't you so glad that you're learning so much from me?
Yes, this is great. Okay, so for those of you who are in the live stream, I just put a comment underneath the live stream with the Zoom link if you want to join in for this quick little, I'm just going to show Kathy how she can optimize her business page and then how to have it in her bio. So it's there. So with that, I just want to thank everybody for being here for the workshop. You're welcome to stay and hang around if you want to just watch what I'm going to do with Kathy. And then just a quick little update of what's happening. I'm just going to stop screen share for a second, Kathy.
Yep.
So a quick little update on what's happening this week. So this week you're off for the rest of the week. There is no Marketing Monday next week due to a holiday. So enjoy an extended holiday, and we'll resume everything next Tuesday for our YFP 101. And let me just get you the title of what I'm talking about next week, because that would be helpful. Content Manager and 101. All right, so where are we? So next week, July 5th, we're going to be talking about Zoom for beginners. So getting to know your Zoom account. If you want a little refresher, that's what I'm going to be covering, as July is going to be all about Zoom, which is exciting. So that's what's happening. So there's no class Thursday. There is no class Monday. I will see you next Tuesday. And then next Thursday, the 7th, is when we're having our Zoom webinar, Zoom Essentials for Network Marketers. That is open to any and all distributors. So you are welcome to bring any distributor, even if they're not using YFP. This is going to be a free class, and that'll start at 8 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. So until then, have a wonderful extended long weekend.